everybody? As always, I hope you're having a fantastic day. When I first got the Lofree Flow a few months ago, everyone has been sending me comments and DMs asking questions. And after 4 months of using it, I now feel comfortable sharing my thoughts and making a full dedicated review. And I have to say, this keyboard might be one of the most beautiful pieces of tech that I own, and the typing experience it delivers is truly incredible. However, it does have a few flaws. Today we'll be going over what's in the box, the design, a few of the features, as well as a few flaws that it has, and then we'll be talking about who exactly is this for. I do want to say that I did pay the whole $159 price point, and Lofree did not pay me to make these videos. I also do not have an affiliate link. However, I will still leave a link down below for you to go check it out by yourself. Now, the unboxing experience isn't the most exciting out there. However, it does have a nice magnetic box, and in there you get a few standard things that you would expect, such as a cable and paperwork, as well as the keyboard itself. Now, for the keyboard itself, it is a 75% layout, and I did go with the black version. When it comes to the spec, you have two options to pick from. You either have a white or a black version, and that choice will impact all the switches that you get in there as well. So the black version comes with the phantom switches, which are tactile switches, and the white one comes with ghost switches, which are linear switches. Well, all these switches are hot swappable, which means you can change them for anything you like. When you do buy the keyboard itself, you cannot kind of decide what setup you want to get. So if you buy the black one, you get the phantom switches. If you get the white one, you get the ghost switches. They do also offer another switch, which is called the wizard switch, and it is a clicky switch. So if you want to have something that has a lot of noise, this would be good for you, but you will have to buy it separately. They do also sell a few different keycaps if you want to mix it up. However, for me, the black ones were just perfect for my setup. Now, when it comes to design, I think this is really where this keyboard shines, and I believe it's why there's so much hype around it. I know it's why I personally bought it. Both the black and the white option looks very good, especially with the aluminum body and all of the small details that you'll see around the keyboard, such as the little brass tab with the Lofree logo, the little brass feet underneath, all the exposed screws. You can tell their team spent a lot of time around the details for this keyboard. The aluminum body keeps the keyboard pretty light at only 556 grams. However, it doesn't feel cheap or flimsy. It still feels like a very solid piece of tech. And it's not too heavy, which means if you want to carry it around or something, it'll be fine for that. I really want to bring it to my office. However, I'm not sure if it would be a bit too obnoxious, so I haven't brought it yet, but that could be something you could do. All the little details that I mentioned, like the screws, the little orange accents, the brass accents, all of this put together really makes a very nice and luxurious looking keyboard. Another big reason why I went with this one is because it is a low profile keyboard. And this is another thing that I know a lot of people are looking for, especially for someone like me that was used to using just like super slim keyboards such as the MX Master keys or the keyboard on my MacBook Pro, for example. This meant that I didn't have to go through a full, very big mechanical keyboard, and this was a very good in-between. And the casing itself is only 1 centimeter high, so 10 millimeters. However, with the low feet and the angle, it ends up being about 2 centimeters, so about an inch. And it has a 3.9 degree angle, which is perfect for myself. It means my wrists are always in the perfect position, and I don't need to use any kind of wrist rests. Do keep in mind, however, that you cannot modify the angle. The feet cannot be adjusted if you want a bigger or a smaller angle. It doesn't really bother me personally, as like I said, it's very comfortable for me, but it's something to keep in mind. Now, when it comes to the features, it has everything you would expect. So you can connect it via the cable that they provided or via Bluetooth, and up to 3 devices. It also has lighting. However, we will get back to this since the lighting is not very good on this keyboard, sadly. It does work on both Mac and Windows, and you'll see that the keycaps are made for both Mac and Windows. For example, you have the Option and Alt key rather than having a separate keycap for Windows and for Mac. This is something I saw a few people asking for. To me, it doesn't bother me at all, and I think that if you're using both a Mac and a Windows computer, you'll be happy to see the little label for both of those systems. Some of the other cool, more advanced features include full palm switches, which means they are completely made from polyoxymethylene, which is just a nice type of plastic that is smoother, will last longer, and is also more consistent. In the keyboard community, they also say that it is auto lubricating. However, I don't really understand how that would work. But what it would mean is that the more you use it, the smoother it will become, which is cool to know. However, I don't really understand the mechanism behind it. And on their website, Lofree claims to be the first keyboard company to include such switches in a low profile mechanical keyboard. That's another fun fact. It is also gasket mounted, which means it offers a bit more flexibility, however, without feeling, once again, cheap or flimsy. It offers a very equal bounce to the whole keyboard. And this really adds to the typing experience, both in the sound and just in the feel of the keyboard itself. And with that gas mounted keyboard, you also have a bunch of other layers that are there just for the sound quality. And it really comes through if you listen to it. Another cool feature is side lighting. It's not something I've seen on a lot of other keyboards, at least not done in this specific way. And you have the option between 3 modes. You can turn it off, on, or in a pulsing mode. You also have options between a bunch of different colors. However, I do have to say the lighting is not very bright, so you don't see it that much. You really have to look on the side of your keyboard to see it a lot, or if you're working maybe at night. And when it comes to the battery, you get about 40 hours of usage, and it does offer fast charging. So it's not the best out there, but it is perfectly enough. And now for the flaws, we have to go back to the backlighting of this keyboard. It is not very useful. First, it's not very bright, but also the material on the keycaps is not transparent. So you cannot see, for example, the letters if you're working in the dark. However, they're just transparent enough to where you see a bit of light leak in the keycaps. So it gives a very odd look when you're using it at night. Another thing I've seen some people complain about is the fact that you cannot modify any of the mapping of the keyboard. So I've seen, for example, a lot of gamers will like to map different keys to do different things, and sadly you cannot do this on that keyboard. You'll have to use it as it is straight out of the box. Another issue with customizability, if you're someone that likes to build keyboards, I've seen other content creators try to modify this keyboard, for example, change the switches to more regular switches and the keycaps to more regular keycaps as well. And it's not something that goes very well from what I've seen. They all mentioned that it gives a very strange feeling. So if you're going to be doing mods to this keyboard, you're going to have to kind of keep it within the low profile area. So low profile switches, low profile keycaps, and it seems that the ones they provide are just the best for this keyboard. This was not personally an issue for me because I just liked it the way it was right outside of the box. And now, who is it for? Like I said, if you're somebody who's really looking for a project keyboard, this is not going to be the one for you because you cannot customize it as much as you'd like. And also, I have to say anyways, the engineering which was done in this keyboard is already really high up there, so I don't see that much to be done on it anyways. However, if you're someone like me that's looking for an amazing typing experience and a beautiful piece of tech right out of the box, this keyboard is really going to be perfect for you. It is really one of the best typing experiences I've ever had. So overall, I think it's definitely worth the hype as well as the $159 price point. I know it's not cheap, but trust me, it is definitely worth it with the amazing typing experience you get, as well as just the beautiful new piece of tech you can get on your desk setup. If you want to see other tech upgrades that are worth it, go check out this video I made on 10 desk setup upgrades that are truly worth it. And of course, remember to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel a lot. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day.